that you've been holding in the house there like a superstar. I'm wondering when you're gonna pay for that thing you did say, you know, maybe a month away there'd be money for. And he got all rowdy, man. Forceful, you know, and aggressive, and said, what do you want me to do? Take a loan? You want me to take a loan to get this guitar? And I said, it's like a loan, you know, it's like a loan. I don't like you to be aggressive, but, you know, I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I'm just getting a little itchy. I was so put aback, so surprised by the tactics I'd seen from the sham artists and the scamsters that, you know, I retreated for, I don't know, some days, a week or so. Then I went up to him and I said, you know what, you want to take a loan, you know, from someone else, from someone you know, not me, you know, you want to take a loan. Yeah, go ahead and get a loan. And he got aggressive again, you know, like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing asking me for the money that you are owed? Because you gave me this beautiful thing for no cost. You got no profit in it. All you did was hand off this beautiful, beautiful instrument so you know what a beautiful instrument was, you know. Well, I told him part of the reason I was getting itchy was that I was going to have to leave and go thousands of miles away to play and do some work on a different house, not one here, somewhere near. The thousands of miles that were away. And I said, could you maybe like let me hold on to it until the day that you decide to pay? After all, you have the one that I gave you for free. And it seems to me that that was nice of me, since it works, since it's playable, since it's okay. I also said, you know, one condition of this is that you let me show you some stuff so that you know how I teach and you'll know that I started, and I'll know I started to outright. And of course, there was never time for that. Not tonight, not tomorrow night. Never time for that. So I went over there in my robe, trying to appear kind of, you know, like, you know, not aggressive. What can I do in a robe? What, am I going to get in a fight in a robe? No, of course not. I like to wear robes like this, you know, I'm wearing a robe. I'm in the backyard, you know. And I said, you know, I'm getting really itchy. Don't you think you could return that guitar for a while, just while I'm gone, you know, until you can pay? And the one that I gave you for free, that can stay, but, you know, I'm just getting a little itchy about what's going on and about not having clarified when the month was going to be up, you know. So he went in the house and got all aggressively angry again. Kind of, you know, like with hard moves, not really respectful of the beauty and delicacy of that guitar. Closed the case and brought it out and said, I wasn't going to buy it from you anyway. I wasn't going to buy it from you anyway. I was just holding on to it. Is that what you say? You're just holding on to it? You say you're just holding on to it? You weren't going to buy it from me anyway? And then he went inside and got the free one, the gift, the one that I thought I was nice for doing something about, and kind of threw it at me, you know. And so you could take this too. And I guess somewhere in that mess, maybe his friend who was standing there said he saw some kind of bulgy stuff in my robe to make him think that I wasn't wearing underwear. And, well, I don't care, and I don't care if he don't care. And I don't care if he does care, you know, I wasn't trying to show anything, I got something thrown at me. Well, the story goes on. I go up far, far away, thousands and thousands of miles away to fix something with someone else's money. It wasn't like I was getting paid, but I also wasn't paying for it. It was other people's money I couldn't afford. Even the plane trip, really, you know. I got a call from my lady. She's pulling up all the plants she'd worked a year and a half to put in place and make feel good to her. She's pulling them all up because she doesn't know which ones violate the friggin' ordinance, because there's a big yellow sign embarrassing the crap out of her on the front yard this morning. Threatening all kinds of retribution if she doesn't take care of this stuff within a certain allotted period of time, which seemed to be 3 weeks away. Well, I was gonna stay thousands of miles distant until almost that 3 weeks was up, and so what could I do but get an emergency flight back, spend more money, desert the job I was supposed to be doing, disappoint people who were depending on me to come here and take care of this little emergency. And I started asking the neighbors, you know, which of you, you know, like if you had called, what would you have called about? I don't need to know you called or didn't, but is there anything that bothers you about this place that you would have maybe called about? And it turns out that someone said that from their indication, you know, the one with the wife of the booty boy, the wife of the guy that, you know, like the guy that came home, the prodigal son. That wife, the one who had a house fall on her, you know, just fall into her lap, you know, a house fall into her lap, you know, like he wasn't going to get it anyway, like he wasn't the one. Destined to have that house all along. Anyway, she was talking and saying that, you know, maybe all it was those chairs in the front yard. That I hadn't had the time, you know, catching the flight to put somewhere else, you know, out of sight. And maybe it was, you know, a couple of other things adding up, the boxes, the cardboard boxes on the front porch. And the trash can that's visible, that's an ordinance violation, don't you know? If you can see a trash can, that's enough to call on, right? I can see your trash can. Now, all up and down the street, you can see the trash cans of all the neighbors, you know, pretty well, everyone. But this was the one they called on. And when they called, of course, then they had to write up every possible violation they saw, and they just kept writing and writing and writing and writing some more. Until, my gosh, there was a whole load of work to do, such that there was some possible chance that we'd have to leave this residence entirely because the work wasn't going to get done in time and we couldn't afford the fine. And Booty Boy's Booty Boy's wife said, you know, well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing that if you leave the house, maybe the house is dangerous or, you know, like dirty or something. Maybe that's a good thing. If you don't get to be our neighbor anymore, maybe that's okay. But boy, she made a really strange look when I said, everything that this does, or all this does, is cover up the real stuff that needs doing on the house. It's all about looks. It's all about not the inside, not the rotting wood, not the stuff I'm working on and been working on for the last bunch of years to try to get it fixed. It's an immediate 3-week edict to put saran wrap around the outside of the house and make it painted up and look pretty, in spite of the fact that and leave it that way for a year, in spite of the fact that there was other stuff that needed to be done inside. And some of them seemed to be surprised that the ramifications of calling was that everything then had to be examined and done. So Booty Boy's wife said, yeah, we're putting up a fence right now. Same time, we're the only ones who didn't call on you, just letting you know that, we were the ones defending you. We were the ones that, tried to tell people that you were actually really pretty nice. They weren't believing us, of course, but we stood up for you. You were the ones who stood up for you because, because of my friendship with, your woman.